What's up, YouTube? It's your boy John from Project Ellsworth, and I am back with you today to show you guys another section of my movie collection. Let's do it. Alright, this week we are doing row 2, section 7, which is this guy right here. Let me pull them things and I'll show you what I got. I hope everybody out there is doing well and staying safe as usual. Alright, so if you guys have been watching this series on my channel, you know that last week I ended with a copy of Halloween 4. This week I'm beginning with a copy of Halloween 4. I was telling the story last week that I kept buying this movie and it just over and over and over would not work in my player. But eventually one of them worked. This is a different one than the other two were, I believe. I'm not sure if this is the one that worked or not, to be totally honest with you. I want to say one of them had an orange back, and that was definitely not one that worked. This one does not. It's just got the little card inside telling you what the chapters are. Different mask on the cover of the movie. Weird to me, but whatever. So yeah, there's Halloween 4 on DVD. Next up, take a wild guess at what's coming next. Halloween 5 on DVD. This one worked first run. I didn't have any problem with this one. So from here on out, I do have doubles of a lot of these, but it's not for the purposes of the original disc. Did not play for me. Same thing, just got a card in it that outlines the chapters. Nothing special about it. I don't even remember if any of these older DVDs had any real special features on them. Oh yeah, they do. Let me see what these things got. Is there fuzz on my glasses? Got my own hair on my glasses. Alright. This one had widescreen presentation, theatrical trailer. There's an introduction by Danielle Harris and Ellie Cornell, an Inside Halloween 5 documentary. So yeah, it's got some stuff on it. The older DVDs, they had special features on them, but the Blu-rays tend to have more special features on them than the older ones did, especially like collector's edition stuff. Next up, we have the scariest Halloween film of them all. Don't believe that hype. Here's a good movie. I like it a lot. It's Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. I dig this movie quite a bit. It's most of the world's introduction to Paul Rudd. Really cool movie. No special features on this other than French language track, Spanish subtitles, and audio specs. Nothing on here. But yeah, this is a good movie, man. Halloween 6 was really cool. Very different in the franchise, but cool nonetheless. Then we have Jamie Lee, whoever that is, her cousin, Jamie Lee Curtis's return to the franchise in Halloween H2O. A very young Josh Hartnett, a cooler than a bag of ice LL Cool J. This movie's good too. I really enjoyed Halloween H2O. I thought it was very, very good. It's one of the better films in the franchise, I believe. Yeah, let's see. Bonus materials on this. Unmasking the Horror. There's a trivia game. I need to go back and revisit that. I don't remember that. And a music video on this. Halloween H2O. Next up is, again, take a wild guess, one of the worst films in the franchise, Halloween Resurrection. Good old Bust a Bus. Jamie Lee Curtis is back again with a much different look and a much different hairstyle. I find it very curious as to why they used that picture on the cover of this movie. At no point in the movie does she look like that. Very weird to me. Come on, you guys got enough scratch that you can put an updated picture on the DVD cover. Evil Finds Its Way Home. I thought the look of Michael Myers in this movie was pretty alright. I thought he looked pretty sinister and creepy. You could clearly see his eyes in this movie again. But with all that, I thought that this, the Michael Myers in this movie was good. There was a lot of garbage about this movie. There were some cool parts about this movie. I think the whole idea of this movie is actually kind of cool, with the webcam stuff going on and the broadcasting live on the internet. I thought that was kind of, especially for when this movie was made, kind of groundbreaking stuff. I think that was kind of cool. Let me see. I don't remember what year this was. Trying to glance through and see if I can see a year real quick. I'm not going to take too much time trying to find it. I don't see it. I'm half blind. No, I don't see the year. But yeah, this was a cool movie in concept. Execution's a total. That's a different thing. All right, next up I have the Halloween, Rob Zombie's 2007 Halloween with the lenticular cover. The cover's really cool. This movie is kind of special to me. It came out the day my son was born, whose name is also Michael, but for not for obvious reasons. But it sounds good. This was a good movie. I mean, I could deal without the character Ronnie in this movie. Is just absolute friggin' garbage. Forsyth, I mean, I guess he portrayed him well, but the character himself was just a total piece of shit. I hated that character. He's right up there at the top of the list of my least favorite characters in all of the Halloween movies. I hate this dude more than I hated Tina, so that should tell you something. The special features on this is there's an alternate ending, deleted scenes, bloopers, many masks of Michael Myers, reimagining Halloween, meet the cast, casting session, Laurie Strode screen test, and a theatrical trailer. So this was good, man. If you can get past that, for me anyway, if you can get past that character, that movie's pretty good. I like the backstory with young Michael to a certain degree. I like it. Like I was saying on another video, I like the mystery of not really knowing anything about Michael Myers. I think that adds a lot to the creepiness of the character overall. But I get what Rob was doing there, trying to add a little backstory as to what might be wrong with this kid, the environment that he came from. I get that. I thought he pulled that off pretty well in this movie, but I just couldn't get past that character, Ronnie. My God, he's stuck. Tyler Mane, on that note, Tyler Mane as Michael Myers was phenomenal. One of the scariest Michael Myers ever, if not the scariest. A lot of people think he's the scariest Michael Myers of all. He's definitely up there. Next up is another copy of the same movie. It is the 3-disc unrated collection of Rob Zombie's Halloween with 4 hours of bonus features on it. This has got a crazy documentary on it. It is like 4 hours long. 4.5 hours. Disc 3, Michael Lives, The Making of Halloween, a 4.5 hour documentary by Rob Zombie. So it's got a lot of really cool bonus features on it, but I think that the main attraction on this disc is that 4.5 hour documentary. I've watched a lot of it. I don't know if I've watched all of it. I know that I've had it on several different times as sort of background noise when I'm doing something down here in my man cave. But I don't know that I've ever sat down a solid 4 hours in a chair and watched that. I don't believe I have. All right, next up is the unrated director's cut of Halloween 2. This movie started off with a bang and was really genuinely scary. And then that godforsaken white horse showed up, and that shot this movie all to hell for me. I thought the look of Myers in this movie was really cool. You know, the mask all blown apart because he got shot in the face by Laurie at the end of the first movie. Spoiler alert. The mask looked cool. Tyler Mane again was cool. The beginning of this movie was cool. I hated the fact that they made Dr. Loomis a complete dick in this movie, and I absolutely hate that white horse. My God, that's unforgivable for me. Bringing Rob's wife back from the dead to put her in this piece of shit with that horse makes this movie almost unwatchable for me. I can watch the beginning of it. Her friends in this movie are trash. The white horse crap. Forget it. That movie really pissed me off. All right, next up. This is awesome. I think that this is a must-have for anybody who collects, you know, the films and the memorabilia from the Halloween franchise. 25 Years of Terror. This is awesome. This was a festival or a convention that they had celebrating 25 years of Halloween. This is really cool. There's tons of stuff on here. Discussion panels, extended stuff, behind the scenes stuff. It's really, 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 really good. It's a very in-depth look at that, what was it, in Sacramento maybe? I don't remember where it took place. Let me see. Trying to see it, trying to see it. I don't see it. I don't see where it was. All right, I guess I'm not going to keep looking for it and bore you guys watching me trying to find something. But yeah, it's a documentary of a festival that took place somewhere in California. I think it was Sacramento, but I'm not sure. Let me see. Interviews include John Carpenter, Deborah Hill, Jamie Lee Curtis, Mustafa Akkad, Tom Atkins, Danielle Harris, Kathleen Kinmont, Nancy Loomis, Greg Nicotero, Joseph Wolf, John Carl Buechler, Nick Castle, Ellie Cornell, Dean Cundy, Joni Lynn O'Keefe, Rick Rosenthal, Tommy Lee Wallace, Alan Hayworth, and more. Very, very good movie. Check this out if you can get your hands on it. This has got to be out of print by now, but if you can find it on like Amazon or eBay or something, definitely grab it. It's awesome. Next up, we are now into Blu-ray territory. This is my 4K ultra high definition copy of Halloween. Very, very cool. It looks spectacular, but you have to consider this movie was made in 1977, 1978, released for sure in 1978. So, how state-of-the-art can you possibly get? I say that, but if you've seen the Jaws 4K, that's mind-blowing how good that looks. This looks really good, but after watching Jaws just a couple days before this, it's not quite as good looking as that. Looks real good, but Jaws is next level stuff. Next up is yet another copy of 1978 Halloween. This is a FYE exclusive Steelbook. Really, really cool. Nothing too noteworthy inside. Just a picture of Michael Myers' face. The disc is the same as the cover art. And this is just the card that came as the cover of the Blu-ray. Really, really cool. Next up is a regular Blu-ray of Halloween. So that's 3 different Blu-rays that I have here of Halloween. And there are more to come. Surprise, surprise. And then we have this was Scream Factory? Yeah. The Scream Factory Steelbook of Halloween 2. I actually just watched this today. Really good. 2 discs, tons of bonus stuff on it. What is that? You Don't Know What Death Is. It's written inside of there. This is really cool. It looks fantastic. Like I said, I just watched this today. The cover art is amazing. Pull it out and put it together. You see Lori hiding behind the cabinet. Really, really cool. Loved it. Love this movie. Just in general, the movie is one of the best movies in the franchise, in my opinion. All right, next up is a Blu-ray copy of Halloween 2, the 30th anniversary edition of Halloween 2. The thing that I really like about this is this has a Blu-ray copy of Terror in the Aisles on it. Really, really good documentary with Donald Pleasance. I actually saw that in the movie theater with my father when it came out. So I'm dating myself a little bit. But yeah, Terror in the Aisles is cool, man. Really, really cool. It's Donald Pleasance talking about people's fascination with horror. And it shows clips from tons and tons of old 70s and 80s horror movies. Really awesome. Narrated by Donald Pleasance. He's the only star in the movie because it's basically just shot around him. Really cool. Check that out. And Halloween 2 also really, really cool. Next up is the Scream Factory copy of Halloween 2. All kinds of bonus features on here. Way too many for me to sit here and try and read to you. This whole paragraph is the bonus features that are on that movie. Really, really good stuff. So that's 3 copies of Halloween 2 there. Way too much. Well, not really. Probably not enough. All right, and next up is the Scream Factory copy of Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, with a really cool slipcover. There, for a long time, was a lot of people, or there were, English Nazi, there were a lot of people that were down on this movie, and there's still people out there that are down on this movie simply because of what is not in it, which is Michael Myers. But if you take that out of the equation, as hard as that may be, considering that this is called Halloween 3, this movie's fantastic. Really, really cool movie. Cool story. Tom Atkins is great. Just every time I think of Tom Atkins, I think of him screaming at the end of this movie. But the Silver Shamrock Mask Company, man. Just the skull, the witch, and the pumpkin jack-o'-lantern mask, turning kids' heads into snakes and cockroaches and all that crazy beautifulness, if that's a word. Halloween 3. Can't get enough Halloween 3. It's fabulous. There's got to be more stuff out there for Halloween 3. I got to get some shirts. I got the Trick-or-Treater NECA figures on the way. I can't wait to get them things. Look for a future unboxing of those. All right, my stack is getting a little cattywampus. All right, there we go. Next up is the Scream Factory Steelbook copy of Halloween 3. Again, I really like the artwork on this. I love that you can see the Silver Shamrock coins lighting up on the mask in this picture. Absolutely awesome. This movie is great, man. I just don't understand people not digging this movie. I love this movie. There's nothing more to say. If you haven't seen Halloween 3, if you're one of the people that knock Halloween 3 because it doesn't have Michael Myers in it, whatever. This movie's fabulous. All right. Now we're on to a Blu-ray copy of Halloween 4. Good movie, Return to Michael Myers. That's exactly what it is. They brought him back to the franchise. I think they got sick of hearing all the flack that they got about Michael Myers not being in this movie. The mask took a drastic turn in this movie. It went from being really, really friggin' awesome to, I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's Jerry Seinfeld with his hair slicked back. I don't know what that is. But I'm not real nuts about the mask in Halloween 4. The thing that I was always curious about is that right there is the mask in this movie. That is definitely not the mask that is in this movie, and that's the mask they use on the cover. So, that's the one they should have used. Unfortunately, it ain't the one they did use. Alright, next up, again, there's the mask they should have used. Yeah, same one. And there's the mask they did use. So, I don't have as much of a problem with that one. I think that one's okay. That one's better. This movie is really weird for me. I don't know. Jamie's deaf all of a sudden, and she's got almost telekinetic power. Whatever. Halloween 5. Daniel Harris. Alright, and next up is the producer's cut of Halloween 6. For the longest time online, I know this was called Halloween 666. I can understand why they would not put that on the cover of this Blu-ray. I sincerely do. But that's what I know this movie as, and every time I think of this movie, that's what I refer to it as. I'm going to go back. It's been a while since I watched that, like quite a while since I watched this. So I really don't want to try and get into the details of what makes this different than the original Halloween 6, because I'm sure that I'll get a few of those details wrong. I'm going to be revisiting this movie this month. Keep an eye out for a review, and I will have a review of both of the Halloween 6, both versions of it. So I'll discuss the differences there. All right, that is my that's it for that section of my movie collection. I'm going to get out of here. If you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you really like this video and you've been enjoying my content up to this point, please do me a huge personal favor. Click that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Have a kick-ass day. And thank you for watching. Later, folks.